Hello everyone and welcome from Milan, Malpensa. Today it's a special flight, not just in the flight itself not being the usual that is with Fly UK, but it's also a special flight because I have a special guest with me today. And it's none other than my girlfriend, Marie.
Hello, everyone.
Come on, don't be shy, just. Okay. Yes, we're going to be hopefully flying together as captain and first officer. No, it's not co-pilot, it's first officer, guys. Okay, get your facts correct. Okay. So, as you can see, we are sitting pretty on the tarmac here. Jetway has just connected. Also, I am noticing, yeah, trying to get feedback on, no, not actually feedback, the feed uh, for the actual stream, live stream. So, just a moment, guys. Apologies, but I'm still setting things up over here. Meanwhile, okay, there we go. We have a live feed as well. Right. Oh, I'm noticing also that we missed a step. Uh, sorry about that. We should be getting an overlay now. Let's yeah, let's refresh this. There we go. All better. So, Marie, this is not your first flight, is it? Come on, don't be shy. She's a bit shy.
Sorry, I've never landed. What's the airport's name, please?
Well, this is Milan Malpensa.
Landing near Liechtenstein.
Uh, Okay, it's okay. We're flying to actually we're flying to Germany. You
Germany.
want to
Yes, yes.
you
I've
want to
never
know?
landed.
Okay,
It's my first time ever.
tell tell our guests, well, the public. Oh, come on. Just tell the guests where we intended to go originally.
So we're heading to Liechtenstein, right?
Yes, that's
But we're
where
landing because the Liechtenstein has no airport,
exactly.
apparently. We're landing in Germany, on the nearest airport possible, which is located in Germany.
And the name of the airport is.
Something with Hafen, because in German Hafen means Flughafen means airport. So the exact name,
It's Friedrichshafen. Friedrichshafen.
Friedrichshafen.
Um, uh, yeah, guys, those of you who follow my streams, you will have noticed that uh, I did fly to Friedrichshafen some time ago. I remember, if I remember correctly, it was a fly to flight. I will look it up afterwards, but feel free to make your own investigations if you will. But anyway, let's get cracking, shall we? Also, yeah. We were saying that it's not your first flight behind behind the commands of an aircraft. It may be the first in an Airbus.
Yeah, yeah.
What other aircraft did you fly? Come on.
A Boeing.
It was a Boeing 737. Okay, it was a short flight. Yeah, I think it wasn't bad. It wasn't
An
bad. Come on.
hour. It lasted an hour, if I'm not mistaken. It was from I don't
It was
Malta
it was
from
it,
Malta
yes, it
to
was just a
Lisbon.
circuit around Malta.
Yes, that's right.
So this time I'm just following your suggestion and we're going through all of this together. So, without further ado, let's set up the aircraft. That part, I believe, is going to fall to me, right?
Of course, 'cause you're the
I will
boss.
set it up. I will set, but he will do some flying once we are ready to roll. So, let's get the catering service and refueling. And so, if I remember correctly, yes, external power is available. It's on. We have batteries on. We are now getting power. Turn on the IRSs. And turn on the wing lights, navigation and logo lights. Now, just making sure that everything is okay. Yeah, I'm satisfied with that setup for now. Meanwhile, we wait for the right. So we go to the ATSU, yeah. FMGC. So yes. That should be okay. Um, okay, I'm a bit stuck because I'm not used to this system. I'm actually so aircraft doors. Front right. Let's open. Let's open the cargo doors as well. Meanwhile, that's the servicing vehicles as they are loading the catering material. Right. Oh, there we go. There we go. So it's DLH 1000, Lufthansa, flight 1000. And the company route is LIMC EDNY 01. There we go. Please wait. There we go. Okay, it reset the flight number. No worries. We will slot that one in. So cost index is 25, and we're going to be flying at flight level of 240. Let's align the IRSs. Meanwhile, okay, the displays are okay. Ecam is on, lower display is on. Primary flight display and navigation display. There we go. Now we have those. Okay, IRS is still aligning. bit of a laborious process.
True,
um,
true.
so, yes, block fuel. Uh, let's see. Block fuel to enter is 17. Oh yeah, pounds. So let's switch to kilograms. It's eight. Eight. Yeah, just eight. Okay, we've got the IRSs aligned. Zero fuel. Yeah, there we go. Zero fuel weight. That's it. So we've got fuel in.
So it's being fueled at the.
No, the fuel
No,
truck
not.
is on its way. We're just telling the aircraft how much fuel it has available.
Okay.
Um, uh, so, okay. This is a bit where I get stuck. Deciding V1, VR, and V2 on an Airbus. The Boeing, it supplies, it does its own calculations, and it supplies the speeds that you need. So I'm just going to assume the speeds. Let's say that we go for V1 at 135, VR at 140, and V2 at 145. That should be enough for a speed. Probably we will reach takeoff speed much earlier than those, but I'm factoring them in. Next phase. Okay, climb is managed, cruise is managed, descent is managed, and there we go. Approach, we will need to decide that at a later stage. That's my alter ego coughing. So, yeah, data's okay. Flight plan, it's in. Radio navigation, not necessary. Fuel prediction. I think. I think we're doing okay. So, what's left is for us to check ATIS. We know what the wind speed is. QNH is 1014. And runway is in use, so it's all the 17s. 17 left and 17 right. So we set QNH 1014. Right now it's at 1013. We just turned the knob a bit. Oh, that went to 1016. 1014. Oh, come on. There we go. That one is set to 1014 as well. Yeah, it needs the refueling system. So return, load and fuel. Now, how many passengers do we have? We have 109 passengers. Cargo is at 2,727, so that's 27 point, yeah, 27.27. Let's set it like so. Alright, okay. Oh, it's 2.72 because it's in metric tons. There we go. Now fuel would correspond to 8.05. 8.05 tons. There we go. Let's load the fuel. Let's load the cargo. Come on. I am using the system. What's the problem? You see, that's the refueling truck, and it's supplying fuel to the aircraft. Okay, we have. No, worry, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. That's fine. It's not often that you. Alright, alright. So, are we getting fuel loaded? Yes, we are getting fuel loaded. Okay, right. And let's start boarding then. Um, TCAS. Emergency exit light is armed. Something's telling me that once again the sound yeah, it's okay, it's all set. So passengers started loading. And let's switch on the APU. Thank you. Yes. So it's not. Looks like we've got.
I'm doing good.
Passengers are boarding right now. So yes, we should have. Yeah, APU bleed is on. Packs are on. Okay, so that now we have air condition circulating. Yeah, we even have a dog on board. Okay. Well, I'm the captain. To get to We've got cabin service already. Right, so let's obtain clearance. Okay, we've been cleared to 12,000 feet altitude. We're going to
Good evening, ma'am. How are you? I'm doing good.
fries. Yeah, we've got cabin service already, and we're still on the ground. It's haddock on the menu. Possibly. Yeah, she's asking. She's asking whether there are French passengers. So we haven't yet turned on the seatbelt signs because. Can you tell me why? Come on. No, that's not the reason. It's not because they're still boarding. We haven't yet turned the seatbelt signs because the aircraft is still being refueled. And as long as there is a direct connection between the aircraft and the ground while it's refueling, you never switch on the passenger signs. Passengers should not be wearing seatbelts because if anything goes wrong and the aircraft catches fire, you need to evacuate. Okay, so you wait until, in fact, refueling has completed right now, so we can turn on the seatbelt signs, and that's controlled from right here in the cockpit. It's actually called flight deck, not cockpit. Exactly. So, we have obtained clearance. So all we need now is to wait for the passengers to board. We are otherwise ready to start up.
Morning. Good morning.
That's us on the tarmac. And the sound that you're hearing, do you remember what sound that is? No, it's not fueling. No. That's the sound that the APU does. The APU is in short for alternate powering alternate power unit. Okay, it's like a small engine. It sits right here at the back of the aircraft. In fact, this small hole here, it's the exhaust hole. It's the exhaust outlet for the APU. It's a small engine at the back of the aircraft, which generates power, electrical power. It doesn't fly the aircraft. Okay, it's think of it as a generator, a power generator. It's at the back. It uses fuel. It uses fuel, and it just supplies electricity. It's turned on while the aircraft is on the ground and not using its engines. Once we're up in the air, we will switch it off, and we will then turn it back on once we land. Okay, we turn it on practically upon landing. Basically, we would still be on the runway. No, we turn it off after takeoff, just in case anything happens with the engines and we would need to switch them back on. Okay. Once we're in flight, we can turn the APU off, because in any case, we can either glide or whatever. But even so, if something happens to the engines, standard procedures dictate that we should still turn on the APU and try to switch the engines that way. Okay, so, but still, while we're flying, it's useless to have the APU running, because it will still be consuming fuel, and we need that fuel to go to the engines. So, here's my first officer, learning even more stuff. Soon you will be a captain. Come on. You should speak into the microphone. There you go. There you go. That should be better.
That was a very good outline provided by this experienced captain.
No. I've yet a lot more to learn. So, I take it that... sorry, I'm going to take this off for now, so that you can eat more comfortably. So yeah, all passengers have boarded. And okay, now the baggage has arrived and it's going to start being loaded. I believe. No. Right. These are the new views that GSX supplies with its new update. But of course, GSX will be GSX, and right there, guys, you can see. I mean, I don't want to be the one to say negative stuff about it, but come on. I mean, okay, let's do this properly. First things first, well done on the graphics, well done on the detail. Well, I really like this update, but that is some seriously screwed animation modeling there. I mean, we still get stuff clipping through each other and carts going through each other as if nothing was. Gotta love GSX. So, one thing I'm going to need. So, yeah, one thing I'm going to need here is the instructions. No, no, I don't have. Okay, changing up the range. Beacon lights are on. Okay, boarding is complete. So now we wait for the doors to close. It should do this automatically, I hope. In about 5 minutes we'll be starting up. And apparently I need to close the doors myself, so we're closing all the doors.
Captain, the cabin is secure. All passengers are aboard.
Thank you. Margin. Don't worry, don't worry. So, okay, all doors are closed. I yeah, I erroneously uh, no, I just pushed the wrong button. It's nothing. So, what I want to see is there should be a panel. Flight controls, wheels. So that's the doors. Okay, recall. That's okay. Okay. So, parking brakes set. Okay, we are ready to start pushback. Mm-hmm. You push the aircraft back from the terminus. So yeah, it's literally pushing back. No, it's not. It's not metaphoric. It's not. It's quite literal. So we will acknowledge the clearance. We have been given instructions to depart from runway 17 right. Let's try to factor that in. So, flight plan. There. Oh. Predict GPS. No performance. That's okay. Next. So we are departing from runway 17 right. So if I input LIMC 17 right, it's not allowed there. Somewhere though I should have the option to oh well, we'll leave it as it is. Right, so okay, there we go. Uda. So, yeah, we're all set up. Yeah, I've said this a lot of times. No, we're actually going to start pushback now. Okay, so there we go. Prepare for pushback and departure. Let's see. So we are supposed to turn. Okay, so it's going to be nose right, tail left. Start engines before pushback. No. Why? So, we have the tow truck that has connected to the aircraft. It's going to start slowly. I think it should be animated. It's going to slowly start pushing us up.
We're ready for pushback.
Okay. Oh, yeah, they want to remove... هاليوم.
Locking gear.
Let's see, I think we should see an animation here.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
No, in fact we did not. Okay, so let's release the parking brake.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
We've got engine start clearance. Also, let's start engine number 2.
Set parking brakes.
Malpensa ground 4507.
Okay.
Ready to taxi IFR. 4507 taxi to hold short of runway 17 right. I am taxiway Romeo Whiskey Bravo Whiskey. Contact tower on 119.01 ready.
So,
Taxiing hold short runway 17 right.
Unlocking gear.
Whiskey Bravo Whiskey
why am I getting a
4507.
fault there?
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
No, the pushback is ready.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
And the engine should be starting. There it is. I'm just going to... yeah. There goes that familiar hydraulic sound. we go. Engine number 1 is on. Okay, so quickly press recall. Okay, let's set flaps into takeoff configuration. That's flaps 1. Okay, auto brake. We've got the checklist there. Auto brake max. Passenger signs are on. Cabin. So, cabin is locked. So yeah, flight controls. Full left, full right, full up, full down, rudder, full left, full right. Okay, we don't have any problems with that. We arm the spoilers. Engine starter normal. And predictive wind shear is off. But that is otherwise okay. So strobe lights are on. Taxi lights are on. No anti-ice is needed. We are ready to roll. So, you want to do the honors and taxi? She gave me a look. Okay, I'm happy with that. Parking brake is off. And she's trying to tickle me now. Okay, we'll just follow the arrows. Yes, we are taxiing. We're moving along the airport. So pecs are on. Okay, we check to our right and to our left, and we're okay. Slow down a bit. I'm feeling it a bit sluggish in turning the head, so let's make sure. Oh yeah, virtual cockpit there. That's better. Can get it around much better now. Okay, so we just taxi all the way straight down. Straight down this taxiway. And we will then enter the runway. And start our takeoff run. So, final check. We are happy with the checklist. It's okay. Now, let me see if I can find the wind shear prediction. I don't think I can see anything of that sort. No, nothing that says wind shear. Oh yeah. Oxygen. Okay, that's tested and 100% we are secure there. Lots of EasyJet aircraft. Can you tell? So can you tell which aircraft type those are?
Airbus.
Yes, they are.
But
There's a small aircraft there.
small ones.
It's taking off, and that's CRJ, if I'm correct. So taxi lights off. We don't need those. We shall soon be at Friedrichshafen. So at this point, this would be the point where I would advise you to inform cabin crew to be seated and get prepared for takeoff. And it would be your job as a first officer to inform the crew. They would answer. They would answer by through a chime. Let's see. Meanwhile, I will obtain clearance from tower. As we reach our holding point. There we go.
Approaching. 17. Right.
Okay, we've been given clearance. We confirm. Oh, that's one left. Okay. So 17 right is being used for takeoff. 17 left on the other side is being used for landings.
7. Right. 3,000. 800 meters remaining.
There we go. We stop. We turn on the landing lights. And that sound confirms passengers are informed. No problems there. We arm. So flight director is on. Auto throttle is on. We bring it up. There we go.
Caution. Short runway. Short runway.
Got a bit of crosswind. 80 knots. Reaching V1. V1. Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. And we make a turn to the right. Flaps up. And the aircraft is now flying itself. I've turned on the autopilot. Now we're being sent over to different ATC services. So as soon as you take off, it's an instant barrage of changing frequencies and communicating with different ATC services. So, if I remember correctly, there's a setting okay. So would you like to see it from the outside? That's us. And that's a view of the Alps. And oh, what are those? Alright, one thing at a time. It's not actually rain for us, it's turbulence. Switching. Okay, so I did the takeoff. You know what I'm going to say. You're going to do the landing. Yes. We already did this with the. We already did it with the 737. Let's do it with an A320. Sorry, it's an A319. Now still climbing, and we are above 10,000, so we can turn off the landing lights, and given our smooth climb, we can also tell the passengers to relax, and we can also turn off the APU. That is the flight attendant.
I have some drink for you, Captain. Here you are.
Thank you. Nice hot coffee. It's a bit of turbulence there. Come on, will you do the honors? Yes, you. We are still climbing. Okay,
Altimeter setting.
but very soon we will be beginning our descent. So, what you are also hearing now is just a small quirk there. We're going to set it on what's known as standard. No, don't worry. Don't worry. No. You'll manage. Oh, come on. Come on. She's very shy. So, need to check progress. Okay, we're basically already at top of descent. Turn right, heading 055. Let's tell our passengers to get back into their seats, because we're going to start slowly descending already. It's a very short flight. Okay. Let's descend. 5,000. It's going to automatically start slowing down. So we need auto brake set to medium. We're going to land at runway 24. Let's see. Flight plan is approach. Let's go for, oh, there we go. So QNH is 1014. Let's set temperature to 25. Minimums at 400. Barometric. Okay, 310 then. Even that is out of range. There we go, radio. Yeah, we should be descending. Okay, we are descending. What's the vertical speed? Let's descend a steeper angle. So, how are you finding it so far? How's the flight so far?
It's been running smoothly so far. Thanks to
I've been fumbling a bit
your
as well.
experience.
No.
Captain.
No.
I mean,
Stop saying that. I still need.
enjoying the flight.
You make a bit of a shy first officer. Though. You need to be more vociferous. You need to be more more active. Yeah, exactly. It's great. Yeah. So, turn left heading 025. We're going to turn to 025. Oh, come on. What's the matter? Bit dull. Yeah, the dog is here. Oh, finally! Oh my god! Look at the radar. Clouds are okay, but there's a
They don't seem to be those clouds, but
there's a lot there's a lot of turbulence. You see that
yes.
red zone there?
Uh-huh.
Th-
Must be really
those will translate into a lot of turbulence.
low pressure. Does it translate itself into
It does translate into low pressure.
it should be stormy then.
It's not actually that stormy. I mean, it's just clouds mostly. I mean, it's not. I mean, there are different types of low pressure. Okay, low pressure will always result in clouds.
Yes, true.
The type of clouds will vary by how low the pressure is. The lower the pressure, the more cloudy it gets, the bigger the clouds. Okay, the higher the chance of rain if you're below the clouds, and the higher the chance of turbulence if you are flying.
Should be cautious about that.
We do our best. So we are clouds.
Turbulence region.
Well,
It's turbulent
it
zone.
is possible. It is possible. Normally, in these kind of conditions, the captain would. This would be the captain's job. It would basically determine whether it's viable to attempt landing. Okay, because right now we are in our descent phase. Okay, we are descending. We are kind of committed to land. Kind of. I'm saying the reason why we're not yet committed to land is because we have not yet reached the airport, and we are not, so to speak, locked to the runway.
Okay.
Okay, that's when we are really committed. And actually, you would be fully committed to land once the captain decides to go for it, just a few hundred meters above ground. Basically, you'd be
So,
almost up on the runway. That's how late you'd be committed.
still,
Anytime before that, you can decide to just go around or divert if necessary. So, long story short,
it would be a last minute decision then.
not necessarily. The captain would be evaluating the weather all the way to the destination, and
And he would
if
act accordingly.
yes, if the weather is good enough, I mean, even if it's a bit stormy, but if it does provide a means to get there without too much problems, then yes, okay, the captain would still commit to proceeding with the descent and approach to the airport. Otherwise, if the airport would just be, or at least the approach direction would be just surrounded with an impenetrable wall of turbulence, it would be best to divert. Although there have been
Then we
occasions,
would land elsewhere, right?
yes, yes. Although there have been occasions where some captains in some airlines, probably because their respective airline would be more strict on delivering the passengers to where they should be delivered, they would decide to kind of forfeit that caution and actually attempt to go through all the turbulence and land. I mean, there have been occasions where that went well, and there have been occasions where it didn't. At the end of the day, the role of the captain is to ensure passenger safety.
Sure. That's his number one priority.
Exactly. So, as far as piloting goes, it's actually the first officer that does the real flying. Okay. Takeoff is usually handled by the captain, and in normal conditions, when there's no real trouble, the first officer will handle the landing. The captain, on the other hand, would handle communications with ATC. Keep an eye out on what's going on around him and on the instruments, and also constantly keep in mind passenger safety, the safety of everyone on board. It all falls on the captain. Also, bonus fact, on board, the captain is the law. Okay, the captain is God on the aircraft. Okay, whatever the captain says is the law. Full stop. No arguing that. As long as it makes logical sense, and as long as it doesn't put everyone on board at risk. So we have been given a QNH. Go to 1016. Okay, we have QNH value updated. I mean, it's nice to do this as a couple. It's nice to do this as a couple. Okay, let's turn on the landing lights. And we now descend to 7,100. I just love the scenery. Beautiful, beautiful view of.
Panorama. It's breathtaking.
I think we're flying over Liechtenstein right now.
Okay, wow. Wow. It's mainly rural.
It's the Alps.
I've got the impression that Liechtenstein is mainly.
Yes, it's mostly rural.
Wow.
There's the Alps on our right.
The panorama is breathtaking.
True.
Wow.
Over there is your favorite country.
Oh.
France.
It's
Probably, yeah, over there in the distance.
That's France, the border, Liechtenstein.
Yes, it borders Liechtenstein.
I think it's.
Or does it? No, sorry, you're right. It's Switzerland.
It's Switzerland, Germany, and Austria by stage. But I stand to be correct.
Yes. You're right. You're right.
I'm not sure if it was once part of Germany. I'm not sure about it. Could be it was once part.
I erroneously thought it was. That's okay. You're correct. You're correct.
They have their own dialect. I imagine they do speak German. The official language is German, but they have their own dialect. Like in Luxembourg. They speak, their official language is French. Then they have their Luxembourgish.
Dialect.
Yes.
It's Germanic, maybe.
It's Germanic.
Germanic.
It's more of a Germanic dialect.
Okay. Turn left, heading 325. And descend and maintain 7,100. We're already doing that, so we acknowledge.
Okay, so this is the descent.
We're still descending. We have practically reached 7,100 actually. You can see it right here.
Hamlets there and there.
Sorry?
Hamlets or
Yes. There are hamlets, some lakes. But I'm actually concerned about the visibility. I mean, we've got,
nice.
judging by the cloud coverage, we should have good visibility roughly at 4,000 feet altitude. So we're not going to be able to see the airport from very far away.
Liechtenstein is worth a visit, huh?
Have you ever been to Liechtenstein? But we know where we've been, but remember that we're streaming, so I think
No, I've never been to Liechtenstein, but it's on my bucket list.
it's the same for me. I've never been there. Would be worth a visit. 4,000. Clouds?
Is it thunder?
No, no, it's clouds.
It's not thunder.
No, no,
I just,
4,600.
okay, because I thought it was thunder.
Contact 1000. Did you hear my last transmission?
Is it
Intend to maintain 4,600. Contact 1000.
Maybe, but remember that we're flying.
Okay, we're flying through the
We're moving
clouds.
through the clouds. Yes. It's kind of what. Well, it's trying to simulate reality.
Yes, of course. It's a nice experience, actually. It's like it's a first-hand experience, sort of.
Yeah, it's almost like being there and doing it. Okay. There's a bit of turbulence there. As you can see, you can see the aircraft being kicked around. And a view from the outside, there it is. Struggling a bit with the turbulence, but otherwise,
I wouldn't think twice to move to that country.
Maintain flight level 380. Contact 1075. Descend and maintain 15,000.
2,500.
I wish water was this rugged.
okay, we've got the 2,500
No comparison.
notification.
It's nice.
At sea level, we are at about 4,000. We're soon hitting 4,600, but in actual fact, we are just slightly below 2,500. I'm judging we're about 2,200, maybe 2,100
Haven't
now.
got a glimpse of urban areas actually. That's so rude and wow.
Well, there is one. There is one
Yes,
over there.
there.
Okay, we are
Wow.
27 miles
Must be
east.
it's the capital city. What's the capital city of Liechtenstein?
I think it's Liechtenstein itself.
It is, okay.
It's, it's a case where the
Not hard.
city is named the same as the country. If
Like
I'm,
Luxembourg.
I hope I'm correct. I need to check my facts, but I think it's the same as the country.
Liechtenstein, yes. It's like Luxembourg.
Yeah, Luxembourg and Luxembourg City.
Turn left at 1070. Descend and maintain altitude 4,000. Clear tailless. Runway 24. Approach. Maintain altitude 4,000. Until established. Tower on 120.075. Wisconsin 1000. Friedrichshafen Tower. Wisconsin 1000. Altitude 4 miles northeast. Inbound tailless. Runway 24. Approach. Wisconsin 1000. Friedrichshafen Tower. Fly straight in. Runway 24. UNH 1016.
Okay.
Runway 24. Wisconsin 1000.
Let's clear that up.
Friedrichshafen Tower.
Flaps 1.
1000. Request directions to the airport. Wisconsin 1000. Airport
Oh,
12
airport is straight ahead. Okay, okay, I see it on the radar now. See it? It's EDNY there. That's it. Okay. Get ready. So, landing lights are on. Hands on the stick and the throttle. Don't move anything yet. Spoilers are armed. And I think I see the airport right ahead. See that?
Yes.
That's the airport. Straight ahead. Can't miss it. Okay. Captain and first officer. Flap still. Slow down. Localizer on. Localizer is alive. Is going to align us directly to the runway. Should be turning to the left any moment now. Oh, we're... Forget the localizer. Yep. That's it. Autopilot 2 is on. Hands on the stick. Try not to move anything. It's okay, it's okay. Okay, hands on the stick. Gear down. Flaps full. And disengaging the autopilot, we're going manual. Okay.
Speed, 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 speed.
Should pitch a bit down. We're too high. Are you seeing the airport lights? All white.
Yes.
So we should be,
Speed,
in order to be in the
speed,
correct,
speed, speed, speed,
Yes, visible.
speed, speed.
in order to be at the correct glide slope, we need to have 2 red and 2 white. Right now they are all white. Is that white line next to the runway? You see it? That. Where's
Okay.
okay, we've got clearance.
Clear to land, runway 24. Wisconsin 1000. Speed, speed, speed.
Okay, one red.
Mhm. That's visible. So that's a red light.
One red means we are a bit high.
Okay.
We need to lose a bit more altitude. We need another red. Slightly to the right. We're too high. Slightly to the right. So we are approaching Friedrichshafen. We are flying on Germany. Right ahead of us is Liechtenstein.
Okay.
On the other side of the lake.
1,000.
Checked. Okay, let's try to keep this stable.
Too high, too high.
Let's pitch a bit down.
Approaching. 2, 4, 2,000.
1 red,
100 meters. Available.
2 red.
500.
Perfect.
Caution. Short runway, short runway.
100 above. 400. Minimum 300.
Landing.
200.
Keep it stable, keep it stable.
100.
Stable. Right, to the right. To the right. Slightly
50,
up, pitch.
40, 30.
Retard.
20.
Retard.
Retard.
Wow.
Retard. Retard.
That was a smooth landing.
Could be better. Reversers.
Wow.
I think we had a tail strike.
There's what's that?
Okay.
We landed in Germany.
Welcome to Friedrichshafen.
Willkommen a Friedrichs.
So we turn on the APU, like we discussed earlier.
Willkommen auf Deutschland.
Indeed.
Ja.
Okay, let's
Sehr,
taxi.
sehr gut. Ausgezeichnet.
Well done. Well done. You got a really good landing rate. It's 125 feet per minute.
It's thanks to you.
Okay, let's. So gate 205. Let's set up GSX. No. Yeah, let's have it served by Lufthansa. There we go. Our gate is just over there. Right up ahead. Well done.
You did a great job. As usual.
Oh, come on. Now you're flattering me.
You have been outstanding as always.
So APU is on the bus. Oh yeah, let's clean up. Flaps up. It's a really small airport, Friedrichshafen, and very quiet too. But I love it. I mean, I've been here once, not in real life, unfortunately. But it looks very interesting. It looks to be quite a very interesting place to fly in and out of. Okay, we have reached the terminal. So that's 206. On to 205. Marshaller should be here. Okay, so, oh yeah, I forgot that this place has quite a funky parking setup. So now we have to make a quick turn. Like so, if I remember correctly. Let's just check from the outside. Oh, oh my god. Should be something like that. It's a bit strange, I know. Oh, there's the dirigible. That's the word I was looking for yesterday. You told me there's zeppelins, but they're not called zeppelins. They're called dirigibles. Because the zeppelin was a certain dirigible model, or it was a certain dirigible type. Okay. But, lucky for you, this Friedrichshafen is where the Zeppelin was produced. And that is a Zeppelin. Okay. No, they're used for basically commercial sightseeing and stuff. No, they're still in use. They're still in use. No, they're not used for. Well, they are used for air travel. They are used for air travel, but not in the same way they used to be. You know, they're not going to replace aircraft. That's for sure. Yeah, I know that wasn't a very good parking. Friedrichshafen really beats my ass. Okay, lights off. That's okay, it's okay. Well done. Well done on a very, very good landing. Well, I'm sure you would. With enough experience, you definitely do anything. Okay, let's deboard. So cargo doors should open by themselves. Yeah, that's right. Looks nice, doesn't it? I'm really liking the Airbus. So, if you compare the Airbus to the 737, you have flown the 737 and you've flown the Airbus. Which one do you like most? It's I mean, be honest. I mean, no one's going to get offended. You know, it's a matter of personal preference. Did you enjoy one of them more than the other?
Than the Boeing.
Well, yes.
Maybe
fair enough.
It's simpler to manage than the Boeing.
In a way, yes. It's more.
Both are quite manageable.
Yeah, they're both.
I would opt for the Airbus because it was originally French. Because of its origins. That's maybe that's the main reason I would opt.
Well, as we happen to
naturally for the Airbus.
But remember, we did discuss earlier that Airbus is a joint venture.
Yes, it has a French touch to it.
Yes, there's a
So
French. There's a heavy French presence in it. That's true, and it's based in Toulouse, which is in France. But like I said, that's only where the aircraft parts come together. That's where they come together. That's where the aircraft are tested. Yeah, where they are basically assembled, tested, and sent off to the companies. But the various aircraft parts are produced in at least 4 others. They are just assembled.
Which is what comforts me my opinion.
Which is fair enough. But there's at least 4 other countries, at least 4, I'm sure there are more, which produce the various aircraft parts for any Airbus aircraft. In fact, that's the reason why, for example, I don't think you have ever seen the Beluga.
Beluga?
Yeah, the Beluga is an Airbus aircraft. It's a very funny aircraft, and it's called the Beluga because it looks like a beluga. A beluga is a kind of whale. It's got a bit of a hump on its head. When you see the Beluga and the Airbus Beluga, and compared to an actual Beluga, they're very similar. It's basically the Beluga is used to transport aircraft parts. Just imagine the fuselage of this aircraft being transported inside the Beluga. Yes, I don't remember, but I think the fuselage is produced in Germany, either in Germany or in Britain. I don't remember, but they are flown inside the Beluga. It lands in Toulouse. The fuselage rolls out. It goes to the assembly plant in Toulouse, where it's joined next to the wings and the rest of the aircraft parts. It was designed specifically to transport various Airbus parts. I mean,
Good to
you
know.
can fit in an entire aircraft inside
Inside
it,
the Ebeluga.
of course, without wings,
Yes.
because that would just spend to you know. I mean, you cannot fit it completely assembled, but you can disassemble. For example, an A319, I think it would fit into a Beluga.
Really?
Yeah. Well, we've landed, and this flight is definitely over. So that's
It's a bit.
it's a learning opportunity not only for you, but also for our viewers. So let's do it together, no? So
Sure.
Airbus
Good to know.
Beluga.
Beluga. Abyss Beluga.
That's it.
Okay.
That's the Beluga.
Beluga.
Okay.
Alright. Okay.
There you go. That's an entire aircraft
Wow, I'm
fuselage.
amazed. Lami, and that fits in a Beluga.
There you go.
Wow, I'm amazed.
I think that's an A360
Wow.
being rolled out. Let's see. More of the Beluga doing its job. Yeah, there you go. It's used to transport Airbus parts. Now that's the Airbus Beluga. Now let's see the
Does
enemy.
the Boeing have something similar?
Not really,
Really?
because Boeing is different than Airbus. Airbus is a joint venture between different aviation companies in Europe.
Okay.
Boeing runs its own show. Okay, it produces its own parts in its own factory. It does have ancillary factories over the US that produce different parts, but they're either shipped by train or loaded onto normal cargo aircraft, because the fuselage and the wings they're produced on site.
Okay.
It's only the smaller parts that are they're easier to fit.
Okay.
Now let's see the animal that the beluga gets its name from. Beluga whale. You see? It's all because of that hump. They're very similar. So yeah, that's the beluga for you guys. That's our. I've grown quite fond of this aircraft. I think. Now I asked you which aircraft you like most, and I have been flying the 737 for quite a while, and I do love it. I'm being honest. I do love it. It's got a lot of hands-on stuff, so I'm quite. No, the Boeing. I'm referring to the Boeing. That's because it's more analog, let's say, compared to the Airbus. The Airbus is much more a much more digitalized, sorry, aircraft. And I love the Boeing because it's got all these. I know I'm like a bit of a little child. It's all got all these switches and knobs and whatnot. There's a lot of stuff to play with. I mean, everything has its own function. Everything does what it's supposed to do. But there's a lot of stuff that you can play with, so to speak. Makes things a bit complicated, true. But anyway, that's me. I'm a very technical kind of person. I like the more complex an object is, the more I'm going to like it. Full stop. Exactly. But Airbus, seeing the way it handles, it's a beauty. I mean, that fly-by-wire system just makes the aircraft handle so beautifully smooth. It's unlike the 737. I mean, the 737 is very responsive, and I like that. But then again, smooth performance, awesome. You've got me on Team Airbus. Well done. Anyway, well done on a good and that was a high five. Well done. Well done.
Thanks for the opportunity.
And welcome to Friedrichshafen.
Willkommen auf
Uh, Friedrichshafen.
Friedrichshafen. Willkommen auf Deutschland.
Bitte. Okay, that's all for today, guys. As always, keep following us. Hopefully, Marie will feature in future broadcasts as well. As for me, well, I'm going to take a short break, hopefully for the rest of this month. It's summer, but apart from that, I've got some other personal stuff to take care of. But I promise I'll be back in full swing with Fly UK, with the first flight back from Malta to the UK. A flight that's going to see me getting promoted from Class C captain to Class B
Wow.
first officer.
Okay.
Thank you.
Glad to hear.
As a Class B captain, and I'm really looking forward to it, I will be able to fly the Boeing 787. It's the latest engineering marvel from Boeing, which was developed way back in the late 2000s. I think it rolled out in 2008. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. So, yeah. Stay tuned, guys, and thanks for following. Cheers.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Any last comments?
Thanks for the opportunity. I enjoyed it to the full, and congratulations once again. You're outstanding.
You're outstanding as well.
amazing.
You're good. You're good.
You've been ausgezeichnet, as the Germans would say.
There she goes. Okay. That's all from us, guys. Bye. See ya. Say bye.
Tschüss.